Okay, Sydney is about to get that amazing Vivid makeover again. We're diving deep into Vivid Sydney 2025 today.
That's right. It runs May 23rd to June 14th.
And the theme this year is Dream. Sounds pretty evocative.
It does. And our job, looking at all the material you've sent over, previews, articles, the lot, is to pull out what you really need to know.
Exactly, the key stuff, the interesting bits. So what's the first thing that, jumps out from the sources?
Well, the sheer scale this year, it seems significantly bigger. We're talking 5 distinct zones now.
5. Okay, so beyond the usual
Yeah,
spots.
you've got Circular Quay in the Rocks, of course,
Yeah.
Barangaroo, Darling Harbor,
Yeah.
but also the Goods Line in Inner City and Martin Place and the CBD are getting a much bigger focus.
Right, so spreading it out more, that makes sense.
Seems like the plan. And connected to that, something the sources really hammer home is accessibility, specifically free stuff.
Ah, always good to hear. The light walk is still free, I assume.
Absolutely. Totally free, winding through all those zones. But it's more than that. The material states 75% of all the festival events are free this year.
Wow, 3/4. That's a big commitment.
It really is. Seems like a core strategy noted in the sources.
Okay, so let's talk lights. The Opera House sales are always the big icon. What's happening there?
This year, it's a tribute. The sources specify it's showcasing the work of the late David McDiarmid.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, his art, known for being really vibrant, exploring identity. It feels like a really good fit for that dream theme, imagining different possibilities.
Makes sense. And other landmarks getting the treatment too.
Definitely. Lots of installations transforming familiar places, each with its own kind of visual narrative.
Cool. And beyond the lights, there's always the music aspect. What are the sources saying about Vivid music?
It looked pretty packed. Free live gigs down at Tumbalong Park are back. Always popular.
Yeah, easy access there.
Then you've got the more exclusive ticketed shows inside the Opera House, naturally. And Carriage Works is doing some interactive music events again. Seems like a mix of sounds for different vibes.
Matching the dream states, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Eh.
It connects nicely to the Ideas program, too.
Right, Vivid Ideas. Who's headlining?
The keynote, according to the sources, is D.W. Pine. He's the creative director at Time Magazine.
Okay, big name. What's his focus?
It's all about the origins of creativity. Where do those initial dreams or ideas actually come from? How do they take shape? It sounds like a proper deep dive into, well, the theme itself.
From the mind to the stomach. Food. The sources mention the Vivid Fire Kitchen is back.
Yep, confirmed. Lots of flame-cooked stuff, that whole primal vibe,
Always smells amazing down there.
doesn't it? But there's more. The sources flag some really special dining experiences. Nigella Lawson's name pops up.
Nigella. Wow.
Yeah, alongside top Aussie chefs. And interestingly, a lot of this is happening at Refettorio Ozharvest.
Oh, I know them. They do great work with food rescue.
Exactly. And that ties into something new highlighted in the material, the Our Shared Dream series.
Okay, tell me more.
Basically, top chefs creating these sustainable vegetarian menus, specifically using rescued produce from Ozharvest. It's presented as this blend of high-end food and a message about dreaming up a more sustainable food future.
That sounds genuinely unique, highlighting waste in a creative way.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a couple of key changes the sources are very clear about for 2025.
Uh-huh.
No drone show this year. The material cites safety concerns as the reason.
Okay, good to know. Anything else?
Yeah, those big ticketed light experiences like Dark Spectrum and Lightscape, they aren't returning either.
Interesting. So a shift in focus.
It seems like it. The forces suggest they're deliberately pivoting back to really enhancing and expanding that free public Vivid Light Walk as the main event.
Making the core experience even better, basically. Got it. What about getting around? Always tricky.
Huh, yeah. The advice is consistent across all sources. Public transport, definitely.
Leave the car at home.
Absolutely. Expect road closures, very limited parking. They are boosting train and bus services, especially on weekends, to cope.
And if you're staying over, best spots for views.
The material points to the obvious candidates, really. Circular Quay, the Rocks, Barangaroo, Darling Harbor, those areas near the main light installations.
Right. Makes sense. So, to sort of wrap it all up, this is year 15 for Vivid Sydney.
15th year, yeah. Framed in the sources as this big celebration, creativity, innovation, community, all under this banner of dream.
Lights, music, ideas, food, and like you said, so much of it is free this year.
It really feels like an invitation for everyone to step into that shared imaginative space.
Definitely bigger, seems more accessible, focused on that core experience. So, thinking about that theme, dream, and the focus on where creativity comes from, maybe the final thought for you listening is what personal dream, what creative spark might walking through Vivid this year actually inspire you to explore?
Something to think about while you're wandering through those lights.